The moon's in Capricorn. I got my button up on, got my hair pulled back, bringing the professionalism, trying to a little bit public appearance as Capricorn, right? This is often how we want to typecast Capricorn anyway. But there's a lot of wisdom in Capricorn, particularly when it's Capricorn moon. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. You're watching the Astrology of Now. I'm Jeff Henshaw. I'm a soul-centered astrologer, teacher, poet, healer, and I offer spiritual support in times of need. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. So, I pulled a card for us, and the card that we got is the Chariot. So take a look at the Chariot card. Notice what this is bringing up for you in this moment. Where is your eye naturally gravitating towards? I find this quite interesting because the Chariot is the soul growth card for Cancer. Cancer is the polar sign to Capricorn, right? So right now, even though we're in the Capricorn moon, we're being invited towards Cancer, and this is true. Because right now, as I'm recording this, the moon is in Capricorn at the 4th degree, lining up with the nodes of fate. The South Node in Capricorn at the 4th degree. South Node is deep release, so we're releasing a lot of emotion right now, moon emotion. We're releasing a lot of tendency towards going to work, Capricorn, patriarchy. A lot of people are working hard right now. I've been working really hard myself. I released a podcast episode last night. I got the podcast on Spotify. People have been asking me to do that for months. And it took all of this to get me to put the podcast on Spotify. I started a YouTube account. I'm putting the videos up there too, so follow me on YouTube. But working really hard. And we have to remember that right now, even as much as we want to be of support for people, we've got this South Node in Capricorn telling us to stop working on our long-term plan. At least for right now, particularly when the moon's lining up with it, we're releasing all of that and going towards the North Node in Cancer at the 4th degree. So the nodes of fate move in retrograde. So they've been on this axis for about a year and a half. And so since a year and a half ago, we've been going towards Cancer. We've been invited to go towards home, family, nurturance, self-care, tuning into the ancient wisdom of our body, listening to the intuitive rhythms, right? While releasing outdated patterns that we have, South Node in Capricorn, outdated patterns we have in relationship to the planet, environment. This is Capricorn. This is releasing government, patriarchy, corporations, businesses. So, and I've noticed when I was in New York City a few months ago, the yoga studio that I love to go to, Jivamukti, which is one of the first yoga studios ever to open in New York City, closed. This is like an institution. I was shocked. And Sharon Gannon, one of the founders, is a Cancer. So I'm wondering what's going on with that eclipse access for her, because it was during eclipse season. It was right around New Year's Eve that they closed. So you're feeling this in your life for sure, in your own personal life. We're also seeing it in the collective at large. And so pulling the Chariot card right now, the soul growth for Cancer, is actually saying, hi, the moon's in Capricorn, but we're also connecting to Cancer right now because the moon is in opposition to the Cancer North Node. So why is this the soul growth card for Cancer, right? Because the Chariot makes us feel like it's like ambition or like going towards something. But if you look closely, you'll see that the Chariot has these shoulder pads and they are crescent moons. And actually one's comedy and one is tragedy. And then we've got these two Sphinx, the duality of light and dark, which we talked about in the previous video with the High Priestess about the duality of light and dark. So the Sphinx are keepers of the underworld. So the Chariot is actually the end of the first row of the major arcana is preparing to go into the underworld. The Chariot is not necessarily a call to action in relationship to your ambition, although it can be, but it is more about listening to your intuitive ambitions, dropping into your body and asking your body it's asking your body the direction to take you. It's asking your heart the direction to take you more than it is about asking your mind. So right now, a mantra that's coming to me in this moment is I choose to focus my energy on, and then I want you to fill in the blank. I choose to focus my energy on and fill in the blank. And since this is Cancer, Cancer is I rest, I nurture, I feel. So I choose to focus my energy on resting. That could be nice. I choose to focus my energy on nurturing. I choose to focus my energy on feeling. Ugh. What if we asked ourselves that? This is what the North Node in Cancer has been asking us to do for the last year and a half. And so as we're coming to these last few degrees, the North Node will be in the final few degrees until May, when it will then switch into North Node in Gemini. And so the next year and a half, starting in May, will be invited to go towards Gemini, our neighbors, our community, writing, sharing our truth, sharing the duality that lives within and without, building bridges between duality. But we're not quite there yet, although we can feel the little buzz starting to happen of Gemini North Node. And so for you all that are out there that are Cancer and Capricorn, this is the last final lesson here for you. Cancer Moon, our rising, and Capricorn Moon, our rising, also Cancer and Capricorn Sun. And also our Gemini and Sagittarius is, you're starting to start to feel a little buzz of fateful alignment for you. And so in May, when we go towards the Gemini North Node, we'll also be releasing Sagittarius world travel. We ain't getting on planes the next year and a half. We ain't going to other countries. We ain't learning new philosophies. We're teaching and sharing what we know already and what we have to share to our immediate surroundings, right? Gemini's the hand, so it's reaching out, grabbing things in your immediate surroundings. Whereas Cancer is the belly. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Let's come back to this invitation, the Chariot card here. I choose to focus my direction. I choose to focus on my body. I choose to focus on feeling. So take a moment and drop into that, and we'll connect to the parts of the body that Cancer rules over. And so this is the belly. This is also the rib cage, right? It's like the crab shell protecting the organs. And this is also the breast. So find yourself just gravitating towards one of those. For me, the rib cage, I like to put my right hand on the left hand on the right, and it's like I'm giving myself a little hug. I choose to focus my energy on feeling. I'm just breathing into that. And so this is your Capricorn work. Over the next day and a half, we have the moon in Capricorn, and the moon is going to be lining up with Mars in Capricorn, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So there is going to be a lot of activity in the emotional realms. And so come back to the Cancer North Node at this time. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to astrologycousins.com, and I have a new workshop coming out on Black Moon Lilith, Unleashing the Queer Witch in Your Chart, and that comes out on the Aries new moon. I released a podcast episode yesterday, and I talk about the nodes of fate in that episode. So it's on Spotify now, on iTunes, and also on Podbean. All of the links are up in the show notes, so go and check it out. And please let me know how you're feeling about these videos. Let me know if this is helpful to you. I'm always open to exploring new things. If you have any topics you want me to cover, just let me know too. You can comment those below. And of course, share with your friends and family that you think could benefit from this at this time. So take sweet care, cousins, and remember, deep breaths.